What is up, Esports Racing Network? I am your host, LRS, here with the Wheel to Wheel F1 series. I am up in the booth, as always, but this time by myself. Unfortunately, SP's not here to take part with us this week in Australia. As you can see, a lot of people are unfortunately not here to take part with us in Australia. We have a small field, unfortunately. Very very unfortunate, probably because we're on this terrible game. But I think the drivers are going to have a lot of fun here. It's Australia, and Australia has a lot to offer. We look right now at drivers running laps. Currently, looks like Andre setting a good time for himself up on the top of the leaderboard. Also, for the first time in Wheel to Wheel history, we have two brothers running the race, and that'll be fun. You see, speaking of one of the brothers, Ryan Carlson goes to the top of the table, but I think that's about to get upset by this man right here. No, he goes second by about 6/100ths of a second. Very interesting there. But yeah, Ryan Carlson, top of the grid order. Kyle North, P2. Andre P3. The Mighty L. This is the brother of Noel Mighty. This is Liam Carlson. Very nice to see the brothers working well out there. Mason LaForge in the top 5. Days is also racing. Jay is racing. Here's John Dean. He's racing. Jack Barnhart, last season's champion and 2-time champion. Kang, 3rd place in the standings last year. He's in the race today. Hunter Dowling, 2-time race winner last year. He's also racing. I think we're also waiting on one more person to hop in here. I think it's supposed to be Yen. But yeah, nice lap so far by Ryan Carlson. He and Kyle North 1 and 2. They were both really fast to end last season. But obviously the fastest man of all currently sitting in the pits. Not going to come out until the end. Jack Barnhart. Absolutely nobody surprised by that. Somebody that is not here racing tonight, that is usually a pretty big factor in these races. Jaden Browder, or NMG Clean. He's not here. But yeah, let me go down through the order of information I have. Mercedes have won one of our Constructors' Championships as we come into Season 5. Aston Martin has won 1, AlphaTauri has won 1, and Aston Martin have won 2. INF being a part of 3 of the 4 Constructors' Championships. Clean, Dude Chef, Kiwi, and Cone are the other drivers that were involved in that. Obviously, INF running a good, consistent career. That's why he's winning these championships. He's not winning races. He only has 3 career wins, but he has 2 championships. His main rival, Clean, only won 1 championship, and it was a season that was cut in half. And on top of that, he's won a bunch of races and lost championships that he shouldn't have lost. He should have won the season 2 championship and got taken out by a newcomer in the last race when he was in the championship lead. And then same thing with the 3rd race of the 4th season, which we saw end a couple of weeks ago, where he got wrecked by Hunter Dowling. There's some talks about whether it was intentional or not. I don't think HD would do that, but a lot of people talked about it and, again, took Clean out of contention. He could be a 3-time champion right now, but he's only a 1-time champion. He has the most career wins, by the way. Most career poles, most career podiums, and nobody's even close. Clean has 14 wins, and he is more than 2 times higher than the next closest competitor, which was Zig, and he does not race here and has not raced here in a long time. Clean also has 21 poles. Zig is in second with 10. The closest active driver is HD, who we're on board with, and he has only 3 poles. So it's obviously all Clean. He's not racing, though. For as much as we're talking about him, you think he would be, but he's not. Clean has the most all-time podiums with 30. INF with 27. He can close in on that mark today if he can finish well. You see a lot of drivers coming out to set their lap times. Dowling went P3. so good for him. Andre right here, up in P4. Good job in his new Mercedes. He drove last season for the Alpha Tauri, which is now the Stake team. Kick Sauber. And pretty much everybody switched teams over the off season. We're looking right now at still HD. Right here is Ryan Carlson. This is Kyle North. He's doing great things. He's won a bunch of races already in his career with the limited amount of starts. I think he's made 8 starts and he's won 6 times. So that's a pretty good record to have behind yourself. I don't think anybody is really going to challenge that anytime soon, and I think he is the fastest driver in the field tonight. And again, I think that's going to lead to something. Looks like they got rid of a couple of things. I'm trying to see if I can find the wheel-to-wheel all-time list. Here it is, right here. They just reordered some things. Obviously, teams with the most constructors titles, I told you Aston Martin. Everyone else has 1. But let's look on here just to double-check, make sure I am right. Kyle North has 4 wins in 8 starts, 50% in his 50% winning percentage for him. So good for him. Kiwi has 7 wins, not racing. Zig, 7 wins, he's not racing. Closest active driver with wins in the field to Clean is Kyle North, who we are on board with 4. Clean has 10 more than him. So he could close in this season if he can win every single race, and he'll only tie that record. He won't beat it. And yeah, not going to get close on poles, not going to get close on podiums. So the win record could be up for grabs if Kyle North were to win every race this season. I don't think he's going to do that, but you never say never with his record and how good he's been. And on this lap, says he's 4/10 up. And he definitely cut the curb right there, but it did not invalidate his lap. No Mighty goes faster by 0.4 of a second. And you see with Kyle North, he was 0.4 of a second up, so their laps are going to be right on top of each other. And it said he was about 0.49 ahead, so almost 5. So he's running right now a 1:16 flat and almost lost the car there. And let's see what he does when he comes to the line. Probably going to go to the top no matter what he does. 1:16, 1:69 by 3/100ths of a second. Laser goes up to P3, but he's still 5/10 behind the top 2. Good lap from him. And we're rounding down here in qualifying, and we're still waiting on one more person, so it looks like we're going to get 14. I think we're waiting on Yen to get in. Kang retired from the session. Looks like he had an incident. Let's see. He's off on the left there. Yes, he has crashed back there. Probably did that on purpose. Going to qualify at best P6. Jay out here. We haven't talked much about Jay. He left Williams after getting his first win last season at this very track. He won here in Australia, and he is now in the Red Bull. Going to wait for him to set a more competitive lap than he's already set. Not too far off the pace, 1.2 seconds off for him. Could be better, though. Man, I'm going to be watching Jack Farnhart. Only 3 overall wins in wheel-to-wheel, but 2 championships from his consistency. I expect this car to go top 5 easily. This Haas team, INF joined them to make them better and faster, said that's what he's done throughout his career. INF has been on every single team that has won a Constructors' Championship. And this Haas team, it's him and Days on it. Could they win the Constructors again? With INF on board, he's about to come around to set his flyer. Jay's out on a flyer. See how he gets started on the lap. Looks like he's going pretty good. The car looks a little unstable. Not really using any of his ERS. Going to use it here, obviously. No, did not. He like blurped it and nothing happened. He's probably going to use it down this straightaway. He's like turning it on and off right there. Interesting strategy. And as Jay comes around, Jack Farnhart is going to follow in behind him on a flyer. So they're both on a flyer. Jay, purple in the middle sector, 2/10 for him. Up 2/10. That would put him at a 1:17.1, which would put him in front of Kang. But he would have to gain a couple of tenths here in the final few corners to get up into the top 5. If he can gain another 2 tenths in these final corners, he would be up and in the position for maybe 3rd or 4th. Good final corner right there. Carried a lot of pace. Let's see what he can do as he comes to the line. Jay and his new Red Bull trying to defend here in Australia. What's he going to do? He's going to come to the line. He's going to improve to 6th. Could not find that extra time to get up there. Going to move on now back to INF. He's going to be the next person across the line. Purple middle sector for INF. Goes over the curb right there, but carries the pace. Didn't really seem like he had to lift whatsoever. Andre has retired in the pit lane. His bid for pole is over. Everybody else out on the track. But like I said, INF's the one we're going to be watching coming into the final 2 corners. Hard left, then a hard right. You heard him lock up the tires a little bit. Not carrying great pace through that final corner. We'll see what Farnhart could do. 2-time champion. Let's see, he comes to the line. Not a great lap, only P8 for INF. Right ahead of Liam Carlson. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Looks like the Sauber, the Kick Sauber. Liam Carlson. Nope. Liam Carlson's teammate of HD, but he's coming around to start a flyer. Looks like the Williams of Ryan Carlson coming around to start a flyer right in front of his brother. Oh, and you see Jay almost spin right there. Here comes the 2 Ferraris. Mason and Dusty come to the line. Mason only 10th, Dusty P13. See right here, Laser comes to the line to set a new flyer. We're going to see what he can do. Turn 1 way over the curb, sent the rear end moving way off of the preferred groove, but he carried a decent pace through there. We're going to watch the other Haas of INF. He's invalidated. He's done. Who's the next person behind him? I think it is Liam Carlson. No, it is Hunter Dowling, but he is invalidated. It is going to be right here on board with Brian Carlson. And he was down a little in the middle, it said. We'll see what he can do coming around the final 2 corners. He only needs to gain about 3/100ths of a second, and he goes wide, and that's invalidated, and he is done with his lap. Very much so done. Not going to catch. Brian Carlson is not going to catch Kyle North for this pole. Can Laser do anything about it? He has so much lap traffic. He gets up on the curb, has to correct the car, but it still looked pretty quick. Let's see what Carson Cataline can do when he comes to the line. He is the last challenger. There's a car in the way. Oh my goodness gracious. Almost hit it. Comes to the line and does not improve. Hunter is off in the barrier. Time to retire that car, buddy. And it's going to be Kyle North on pole. Kyle North on pole. Ryan Carlson second. Carson Cataline third. Andre Chavez fourth. And yeah, as we are on board with the pole winners, he pulls into the garage. And we are in for some fun. Look at how close the top 2 were. Then look at how close 3rd, 4th, and 5th were. And then the mid and back half of the pack from 6th from Jay all the way back to Shout are on top of each other. Days and Dusty with a little struggle. And yeah, 13 people going to attempt this one. I think we might see Yen. As we sit and wait, they said they're not going to roll to 11:06. I, unfortunately, do not have SP here, so we can't talk about who we think is going to win. I don't know if SP is watching, but if you're in the chat, certainly let me know. I also don't know if we're in for a rain race, but it does look really cloudy. We'll see. Yeah, we got 3 minutes. And we can go over a couple of things. We've had multiple red flags here before. We've also had multiple safety cars. We've had 2 red flags here at one point in Season 2. In Season 3, we had 4 safety cars in that race. Season 4, we didn't race here. Or yes, we actually did race here. Season 3, we didn't race here. Season 4, we had 3 safety cars. Jay won the race. Lots of incidents in that race. I think this field is actually a lot closer than people are going to give it credit for, though, tonight. I do think, obviously, Kyle North is going to be the one to beat, even though he won the pole by about 2/100ths of a second over Ryan Carlson. I think it's going to be fun as well to watch Ryan Carlson battle his brother, Liam Carlson. I think Jack Farnhart defending his championship is going to have some fun. Jay's going to have some fun. I think it's going to be a nice battle. HD is going to have fun. You know, he's aggressive. It's going to be fun to watch how these people play. I haven't mentioned Shout. He's going to do well as well. Dusty going to try and pick up the pieces, get some points here. I think we're going to have some fun with everybody. Not necessarily too worried about a red flag, possibly a safety car or 2. But these cars are really easy to save unless you get contact, so not expecting much. I think in Season 3, we actually did race here in Season 3. That information was wrong, and the only reason I remember that is because I remember Yen and SP crashing, and SP breaking his rear wing, and it didn't do any damage. Kyle North in the chat saying Ryan Carlson is definitely the favorite. I mean, they were really close on qualifying. I do agree with Kyle North that No Mighty might be the favorite, but I do think they're neck and neck, and I think we're going to have a fun race, especially with how powerful the DRS is. We have less than a minute here. And I have to pick a winner. Let's see. Let me think. I think Hunter Dowling's going to be a good choice. I think Ryan Carlson's going to be a good choice. Kyle North can never go against him. He has like a crazy win percentage in his whole career. I don't know. It all depends on the safety cars tonight and the placement of them because of strategy. I'm going to go with my winner today here. I'm going to go with Kyle North. I'm honestly going to go with Kyle North. It is now 11:06, so if anybody wants to press A, they can, as we wait for the timer to count down. Watching on board with Dusty Stud on my phone to see if the clock comes on. I don't see the clock. Now I see the clock. So that's 23 seconds. I'm going with Kyle North for the winner. I am going with Ryan Carlson second. Hunter Dowling third. As we wait and we wait and we wait. We have about 10 seconds left. SP's not here, so I can't say good luck to him. But good luck to the rest of the field. Let's have some fun, guys, here in Season 5, the shortened 10-race season. The 5 red lights come on ahead of Season 5 in Australia. It is lights out, and away we go. Already you see the possible strategies. Great jump by Kyle North. You see there is the Williams. He did not get a good jump. That's Ryan Carlson up into second. Carson Cataline already challenging for the race lead is back behind them. They all scatter, going off and into the grass almost, and Carson Cataline almost got into the back of the race leader on the start. Side by side right here for third. That's Ryan Carlson, Hunter Dowling, and here comes Jaden Dubois-Fournier around the outside to get up to fourth. Great start for him, but you see Hunter on the outside not giving it up quite quickly. Can't really go side by side through here. They prove it as they make contact, and they're still side by side, and right there more contact as you see Hunter get in the wall. Here comes Adrian Lewis on the inside. He's going to go up to fourth, and here comes both of the Kick Saubers. That's Hunter Dowling being followed by Liam Carlson. Up front, you see, though, the pole sitter making a mistake. Here comes Carson Cataline going to the inside, and Carson through the grass. Carson takes the lead. Third place, Ryan Carlson, going to try and make a move on second place, Kyle North. Kyle North from pole said he wasn't the favorite, did not get the best of starts, and he's already back to second on lap 1. Lots of movement, too, was going on in the mid-pack. Adrian Lewis up to fourth. See a move being made, little duck out there from Ryan Carlson. He was trying to get the tail in the wind. He ran wide, and he definitely got a warning for that. Got to be careful. Kyle North running second, trying to keep Carson Cataline in his sights. A lockup on the right front. A little mistake from Carson. Andre and Mason swapping positions. Andre went a little deep to get into the corner, and you see the Ferrari falling back. Oh, it looked like there might have been something going on there. Jay all over the back of Liam. Liam locking the rears a little bit. You saw it slide. See back behind them, Jack Farnhart. I think the battle's going to be up front, though. As you see, they're starting to get a run. DRS obviously opens now on lap 2 in this game. Here comes Ryan Carlson on Carson Cataline. Cannot get there, cannot make the move. They're going to get DRS again right here. Here comes Ryan Carlson on Kyle North, looking to make a move on him, but he holds him off. Top 3 under a blanket, bringing the 4th place car, Adrian Lewis, into it. Both of the RBs are up here. The McLaren, which has had a terrible run recently with Malukas and Heathen and Jaden all sharing the car, it just has had no pace whatsoever. Ryan Carlson Kyle North trying to bring them back to what they used to be, and that was a championship team in the first couple of seasons of Wheel to Wheel. They actually won 4 straight championships with Malukas before he had that downfall. That entire top 8 are under a blanket. They're all within DRS of each other. Now, this is what usually happens in this game specifically. The top few drivers pull away from each other and then can't make a pass because it is a DRS train. When the pit stops come, that's when they all separate. You see the rear slide in there for Kyle North. Ryan Carlson's got pressure from Adrian Lewis. Adrian Lewis closing in, can't get there. Kyle North closing in, can't get there. This is the product of the DRS train. There's just really nothing you can do when you're in it. And that's what's really unfortunate about this game. That's what some people don't like. They also do not like the handling, the driving model. I think that's okay. I think it's the lack of drivability and the lack of being able to pass. It looks good, obviously, on the stream. Oh, and a left front lockup right there for Carson Cataline. It checked everybody up. That allowed Carlson to try to go around the outside of the second place driver, and here comes Adrian Lewis. But again, you still can't pass even if you have the run. Look at this. They try to get out of the air. It doesn't work. Kyle North. Oh, gosh. Carson Cataline making mistakes. Here comes Kyle North. This is his opportunity to strike if he wants to. Carson Cataline not liking the way the car is feeling. You see him really, really shaking the rear end of that car. The entire top 6 have broken away as Jay has fallen into the clutches of Jack. And you saw the possible race strategies. If you start on those hards, you could make it to about halfway before you have to pit. Jay gets a time penalty. Here comes Kyle North to the inside of Carson Cataline going into the chicane. And Cataline's going to have to give it up as they go into the next corner. Cataline runs wide. That might open the door for Ryan Carlson to get up into second. North said Carlson had the best car. He was the pick to win, and he's back in third right now. You see the lockup again from Carson Cataline, a left front that time. Ryan Carlson off in the grass. Here comes Adrian Lewis with a run. You also see Liam Carlson closing into this battle. You can see his brother, right in front of him. They both almost went at the same time. Hunter Dowling's waiting to make a move. Carson Cataline sitting behind Kyle North. Good thing about all these guys up here, really none of them are using their ERS, so they know they know they're not giving their full potential right now. Off in the grass, you see Carson Cataline. That opens the door for Ryan Carlson to go by. And the run might be big enough for Adrian Lewis to get back up there too. Nope, not close enough. Liam Carlson falls back. And yeah, Ryan Carlson had to use up his ERS to close back in right there. And Ryan has a run, could get there if he wants to. Looks like a little mistake. Somebody ran in off and into the gravel. That was Hunter Dowling. Good race by the top few right now, but they need to really sort it out because that race leader has all of his ERS and could start pushing. I mean, so too does third place, fourth place, and fifth place. They just need to figure out what to do with Mr. Ryan Carlson. 2 RBs are going to battle for this third spot, too, if they don't calm down. You see both of the cars up at the front of the field are extremely loose. I probably should talk about the battles in the back of the pack because they're close too, but this front battle with 6 cars all in it is probably what everybody wants to see, especially in this first race of the season. Though that looks like there is some passing here. Looks like Shout and Mason swap spots. Maybe Days could make a move on that. Ryan Carlson got on the curb, almost spun out. Going to have to use his energy a little bit here just to stay safe. Not too sure I like what Carson Cataline's doing there. He's weaving a little bit. That'll get the attention of the stewards. Definitely not allowed to weave. Look at how Adrian's using the car. He's just throwing it around. Andre got by Jay. Jay's loose and Jay! Oh, he's trying to save it and does. Safety car deployed for Shout, who has crashed out. First safety car of the season caused by Shout in the Red Bull. Pit road is open, and I suspect it's going to be busy. It is going to be busy. Everybody's in. The Carlson brothers are in. Kyle North is in. Carson Cataline. Adrian Lewis. Jack Farnhart. Hunter Dowling. Andre is in. Jay is in. I assume Mason's going to come in. Yes, Mason is coming in. Days is coming in. Is Dusty going to lead a lap? No, Dusty's going to come in. The whole field in the pits. They come out how they entered. The double stack for RB might hurt them. It does a little bit. It puts Kang behind Liam. But what a save by Jay. Shout crashed out. We didn't see how that happened. But yes, we have a safety car. Now the strategy, like I said, pre-race, is different and flipped. The 2 Ferraris not really having the best go at things. McLaren likes what they're seeing. I bet Williams does too. Williams, the defending Constructors winner here last year. So what Ryan could do with that motivation. Carson in third. He has not raced in a long time due to some personal issues. As we wait. Safety car is definitely not coming in this lap. It will be coming in next lap. This is usually where I would check in with SP. So I'm sorry if the broadcast is boring to whoever's watching. I think Kyle's the one watching right now. Kyle, you're giving us a good show. Oh my God, and you're lagging too a little bit. But you're giving us a good show. I'm going to sit back and sip my Mountain Dew since I got nobody else to talk to. And SP, by the way, I think if you are watching and if you were racing, I think you would be running in 7th right now. I think you would be in 7th right now. I think you'd be running good. But yeah, safety car not coming in. We waited on Dusty. We got a whole nother lap of banter and BS we could talk. Nothing really to talk about so far. Really fun race up front. Nothing dramatic really has happened besides Jay almost dying, which we saw. Whatever happened to Shout, we didn't see it happen. And Dusty pitted again, so might have to add another lap. But yeah, I don't think I would be silent if I had Nick up here and on the racetrack, you know, getting that in-race information. But there's nothing else I can do. I gotta sit here and, you know, be patient about it. Safety car is coming in, so there's the messages we've been waiting to see for a couple of laps, and the top three are the top three that have been there the entire race. The only difference is Liam Carlson looking to close in on the podium spots and get up there with his brother on the podium. First time brothers have raced against each other and together in the league, and it could be the first time brothers finish on podium together if that were to happen. Got to stay single file on restarts here. They got to keep that in mind. If you are not single file, you will get a penalty. Carson needs to be careful. He's backing up a little bit. Not a good start by Ryan Carlson. Was caught napping, not paying attention there. Closing back in, though. Not a great couple of corners right there for race leader Kyle North. And Carson, like I said, is going to get caught out on this one because, again, was doing too much tire warming and did not get close enough. And you see what I hate about this game. It says safety car is still out when it is not. HD, 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Meso. Carlson to the outside of North. North runs the corner nicely, parks on the apex. Carlson tries to go back to the outside, dips a tire in the grass, and cannot do his crossover. So he's waiting to close in, and here comes the other Carlson brother trying to get right up on Cataline. Carson, Cataline, trying to close in on the second place driver of... Oh, and you see one of the Carlsons making a move. Liam trying to make a move on Carson. Can't quite get there. Ryan up there trying to get up to the race lead. Can't quite get there. But now he has a run. Look at the weaving from Kyle North. Not allowed to do that. They'll look at that. Kind of went from right to left, back to right, and then went left in a response move. Not sure if they'll look at that. I think they will. Not sure how it'll be policed, though. Look at this run coming from Ryan. Was a nice run, but it's not going to work right now. He's using the energy, though, and it could work as we go towards turn number 1. Ryan on the inside. Kyle's going to back out of it. Kyle got through there better, though. Ryan runs wide. Here comes Carson with a big run. Liam waiting in the wings. So is Adrian. Look at Liam sending one down the inside of Carson. He wants to get in this battle with his brother. Oh, contact right there, Carson. Not leaving much room. Liam not happy, and he bumps him. They know the cars have more durability in this game, so why not? Liam showing pace similar to what his brother has. Really nice from him. Here comes Adrian. Will he make a move or sit behind Liam? Looks like he's going to sit behind Liam. Also looks like... with Ryan Carlson in the race lead, Kyle North needs to be a little calm, a little patient, needs to be just steady. DRS working. He has some ERS, just got to keep it patient, and I think he'll be all right. Liam's closing back in. Adrian closing in. Jack's there as well. Block up there probably from Carson. Every lockup I've seen so far has been from him. You see Ryan's trying to pull away. Kyle's trying to close in. Not really working too well for Kyle. He needs to probably use his energy. I know he's saving it, but he said it himself. Ryan is the fastest car. He needs to keep him in the DRS range if he wants a shot. As we near halfway. Ooh, and running wide right there was Ryan, so got to be very careful with that purple first sector for Kyle. So they're all trying to close right back in. You see Liam defending from Adrian. Jay and Day's battling. That was extremely close. Jay almost did the same thing he did before. Get on the grass and half spin. Top 3 all together. Liam's going to start giving it his all here to close back into the top 3. Struggling a little bit with the pressure from Adrian and Jack. Looks like for the lead, yeah, Kyle North got by Ryan Carlson, and here comes Carson Cataline looking to get a 2-for-1 as we head down towards turn 1 and does not. Something must have happened to Mr. Carlson. He must have made a mistake. Carson almost into the back of Kyle, who did not get the best of corners. Carson could have made a move, didn't. Now the entire top 6 are back on top of each other after that little incident in the final corner. Not sure what happened between the leaders. Was there contact? Ryan now has his brother behind him, Liam. Liam dipped a tire in the grass right there, and he almost spun, and he got bumped from behind by Adrian. Almost crashed. Great save, great car control. Might look at that later for a post-race penalty. Here comes Carson on the outside of Kyle. Carson to the front. Kyle North now has Ryan Carlson behind him. Right front lock up there from Carson. And I was legitimately just about to mention how Carson Cataline has not finished on podium in many races, or has never won them, because he is very much too aggressive of a driver. He gets out of the lines and gets himself so many penalties, and right as I was thinking about saying that, he got himself a penalty, a 3-second penalty, and probably just cost himself the race. Liam now giving himself a penalty in the first corner. So now it looks like the 2 drivers who started halfway through last season at the same time are going to be the 2 battling for the win here. Unless something miraculous happens. Oh, and a rear snapper and another rear snapper from Kyle right there. And Ryan tried to get back up to him. Didn't work. And Kyle is on those hards. Ryan is on the mediums. So Ryan's going to have to pit again. Kyle is not. Carson in the lead, but has that 3-second penalty, and I don't think he'll be able to contest it. I saw him clearly go off the track to get that penalty. See up front, Carson pulling away a little bit. Ryan and Kyle staying pretty nice and neat behind him. Adrian is there. So is Jack. They're trying to close in. So is Liam. Look at the lag coming out of Adrian right there. Not good. Not good. Wonder why there is a red flag. Oh my god, yeah, I can't look at that. That's too scary. Oh my god, the safety car thing disappeared. Fabulous. Lap 14 of 29. See the top 3 all together still. Very risky there from Ryan Carlson to go over the curb. Very much over the curb. You heard him ground out right there. Lock up there from, you guessed it, Carson. We're now halfway in the race. Yellow flag. Days maybe with an incident. Looked like actually Liam off the track. Yeah, Liam off the track has some type of damage. You see he's not really on the gas too well. Dusty was also off right there. Carson gets passed by Kyle. And Ryan's going to have to be really, really on this because Kyle could pull away from Carson if they're not careful. Oh, Liam retires in the pit lane. That's it. No brother duel there. Yellow flag. Looks like maybe Farnhart with an issue. No, the issue's on the front stretch. That is Liam's car coming out of the pits. Normal for this game, this trash game. The car comes out of the pits and is not a ghost. So if the leaders were there, they would have had to avoid him. Not what you want to see whatsoever. Coming into the pit lane, Ryan Carlson, he thinks it's time. He's going to pit. No penalties. He comes in nice and neat. Going to have clear track wherever he comes out because everyone was still pretty close to each other. Now, are the top two going to battle? If they do battle, it could help Carlson's case. Speaking of battling, Hunter Dowling gets by Adrian. See Mason getting by Days right there too. Carson needs to be careful, maybe use some of his energy here. He is using his energy and his DRS. My God, closed right in to the back right there. You see Adrian go around to HD. INF waiting. Days and Mason fighting pretty hard and swapping places. Carson gets by Kyle for the lead. We didn't see the move. We're not going to see a move here either. And could they pit? Carson left front lockup. Not going to pit for him, and neither is Kyle. They're both on hard, so they didn't have to pit. Oh my gosh, Jay up on the curb almost ate it. Mason and Days in the way of who's going to be one of the leaders. They need to really get out of the way here. I know you're battling this man on track, but he's battling for the lead. Just be respectful and get up out of the way. You see Farnhart in the pits. Look at how much time Ryan is losing by this. He gets up to 7th and now has 5 seconds of clean air. Carson Cataline in the lead. Not for long though. Kyle North takes the top spot back. Carson coming back at him. Not too sure why he wouldn't go to the inside there. He went to the outside for some reason. Dusty 3-second penalty, his first of the race. And like we said, when does pit road open for this top two? With the way they've battled, I think they've honestly equaled out on the time that Ryan lost in the traffic. Question is, when they pit, how good will their tires be, and when will they come out? Or will they even pit? And they're battling really hard. Look at this. Ryan sets the fastest lap. You see Carson with a mistake. Oh, a big mistake. Bottomed out on the curb, almost spun it. Oh, Days and Mason almost making contact. Kyle North back by Laser. Jay with another 3-second penalty. I think that's his second. Let's check. It is. Sorry, Jay. Everyone in the field, though, now on hard tires. The undercut trying to be performed by Ryan Carlson and Jack Farnhart. 11 laps to go when they cross the line this time. Carson tried to turn into the apex right there a little too soon. But he'll close back in on Kyle North. This is the battle to watch right here. Jay has Ryan all over him. Ryan should get to him on the straightaway and should breeze by him into turn one. And here comes Ryan. Had nowhere really to go because Jay got loose. He goes now to the inside and takes 5th place as Hunter Dowling pits and puts on mediums. We'll wait. For those leaders to pit, but looking good for Ryan right now. He's 7 seconds behind Adrian and Andre, and they're 8 seconds behind the leaders. So right now he's about 13 seconds behind the leaders, and it's about 22 seconds on pit road. So are these guys going to try and go all the way on the hards, or are they going to pit late and see if they can get that quick advantage? I think they're going to have to pit. I don't think they're going to be able to go 23 laps on hard tires. Looks like they're going to try. Oh my gosh, looked like Carson almost spun out right there right as I switched off of him. Yeah, look at just how fast Ryan is. He's closed a second and a half this lap. Mason, time penalty again. Yeah. Ryan's going to get there. The question is, are they going to pit? 10 to go. Another fastest lap for Ryan. Barnhart gets by his teammate. Probably let him go through there. Carson Cataline with a run. Going to get the DRS. Going to use some of his ERS. Will he get up and by Kyle? Look at the closing speed. My gosh. No, he will not. Just sits right behind him. Maybe now they're getting content maybe to pit. Another second has come out of their lead from Ryan. Nope, they're not going to pit. Look at Carson in that final corner. Absolute struggle bus. 3-second penalty for Adrian. Don't know if that's his first or second. Let's check. That is his second. I think we'll keep it on here. We know who's pitted. And right here, Ryan Carlson. Waiting on these top two to pit. And Ryan's really banking on about, he's at like 14 seconds behind. And he needs to close 14 seconds in 9 laps. He's closing about a second and a half per lap. That's almost exactly what he needs. He just needs, if he does that, needs to get by the two in front of him and in between the leaders very quickly. Oh, way over the curb right there. Definitely not what you want to see. That definitely lost him some time. So he is closing on Adrian and Andre. Jay, another 3-second penalty up to 9. 3.4 seconds behind. He's about 13.2 seconds now behind. And 8 to go. 9, actually, but, you know. Ooh, a little swap right there between Adrian and Andre, and that's going to allow Ryan to close in. Exactly what Ryan wanted. What nobody wants right now is a safety car. That would completely kill any of the strategy we see trying to play out. What Carson needs to do is hope for either a mistake from Kyle, or he needs to get into Kyle and make him make a mistake so he can win this race. They have such a large lead. Hunter and Jack swap spots. Let's get on board with Ryan as he's caught them and gonna see if he can pass them. Down to about 12 seconds. 9 laps. 9.5, or sorry, 8.5. Laser, another 3-second penalty. So he just made his bed right there. Might want to pit. I think his best strategy right now is to pit, but who knows? Ryan with the rear wing open. And they're going to stay out again. They're going to bring these hards 23 laps. Can clearly be done. Just how good will Ryan's hards be before theirs start to fall out? Ryan gets into the back of Andre right there. Andre gets up out of the way. Ryan says thank you. Next. He needs to get by Adrian, but he's 12 seconds behind. And in 7 laps, he needs to close 12 seconds. That's about 2 seconds a lap. About 1.7. Needs to get by Adrian right here. Not gonna. Adrian goes way too deep and off. Oh my goodness. Ryan almost got into him. Now Ryan has 7 laps to close 12.3 seconds. Otherwise, Kyle North's going to win. Again. The best finish, by the way, for a McLaren in the last 4 seasons is second by Heathen at, I think it was one of the Italian tracks. I don't know if it was Monza or Imola. I think it was Imola. Ryan's just giving it his all right now. He's closing in, but not fast enough. He just, he couldn't get through the lap traffic quick enough. And Carson made his bed with the penalties. Like I said, he's really fast. He just needs to work on keeping it in the lines. Look at the run coming from Carson. Chooses to stay behind him. At this stage in the race, you cannot do that. You have to pass him, especially with the penalties you have, and you just need to get up there and try and pull away. He's going to try it right here. He's going to go to the inside of Kyle and pass him and take the lead. I don't know about doing it there, though. You should do it in turn 1, because then there's no DRS until the middle of the second sector. Kyle's going to do it right back to him, and he's going to probably pull away a little bit. Ryan closed in a second, but still not enough. It's about 5 laps. It is 5 laps to go, and he's 11.2 seconds behind, so that's not going to happen unless the top 2 make contact or there's a safety car, which definitely could happen. Look at Jay right here trying to pass INF. Laser, another penalty. 9 seconds for him. This could turn into something right here. Farnhart, Dowling, and Jay. Yeah, it's over for Laser. Oh, yellow flag. Jay has crashed out. Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. This is exactly what I was just talking about. And on the brink of safety cars turning off, they're right back into it. And when I'm talking about them, I'm talking about Andre. I'm talking about Ryan. They're going to be coming for the lead. Coming for the win. Laser is not going to be battling this one out unless they allow him to take 5 seconds out here and it goes to 3. Nope. Wow, wow, wow. I almost said wow, wow, wubsy. Throwback. Looks like Ryan, oh my goodness, unsafe release penalty. Looks like Ryan's going to come out right up there in 3rd place, and he, like Kyle said, has the fastest car. And it's going to be extremely aggressive. It's going to be balls to the wall. Everybody's going to be going for it. Oh, this is going to be great. Gonna be really, really fun. Shout out to the viewers tuning in. I think Nick is tuning in, if I'm not wrong. Safety car obviously not coming in this lap unless the game tells it to. And if it doesn't come in this lap, it will be a 2-lap shootout. This could be really, really fun. I think Ryan Carlson, the fastest car of the race, but he's mired back in third. Needs to get up there to Kyle North. They're battling for the win, second on the track. And Andre in position to win his first career race. If you remember at the end of last season, he was in position to win his first career race, I think at Las Vegas, got passed last second by Kyle North. And yeah, safety car not coming in. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout to the finish of this race. Oh, and then I think that was one of Jay's friends. Hello. Yes. The stream is up. How are we doing in the chat? Nick, I don't know if you're in there. You could probably type if you want, unless it's just not your personal account, maybe a guest. Says we have 3 viewers, though. Yes, there's Nick. Said he's watching on the couch. Who do you guys think's going to win? Out of these top 3, or top 4 even, there's 3 of them that could win without penalties. Who do you guys got? I think we're going to see Ryan from third. Nick says go HD. He's cheering on HD from 7th with that 3-second penalty. Could be hard, but definitely possible with the way we have no ghosting. Been a really fun race. The entire top 6 all together the whole time. But you see right there, safety car going to come in at the end of this lap. 2 laps to decide the Season 5 Race 1 winner. And the race leader has a 9-second penalty. He's pretty much out of it unless there's contact back behind him. When does Laser jump? He is way out there. If he could have jumped right there and pulled way away. Everybody on new equal tires. They're all on softs. Yep, they're all on new softs. When does Laser jump? He is way out there. Kyle needs to close up to him, and he does. Ryan needs to be keen on a good start here. When does Laser jump? He has not jumped. He still has not jumped. Not smart to wait this long. Still has not jumped. Everybody checks up, and to the inside goes Adrian. They did not get to the line, and now everybody is stacked up. Ryan Carlson got a bad start. Now he gets back up to third, and now they're all resorted 1, 2, 3 the way they were. Andre loses a spot to Adrian, who jumped the start. Yellow back behind them. Looks like maybe Mason with an issue. Battle for the win is the battle for second right now. It is between Ryan and Kyle. And we'll wait and see Andre back in 5th. He is not a factor right now because he's stuck behind Adrian. Carson can continue to pull away as long as these 2 don't have any contact for second place. Carson is not in it. Both of these drivers using their ERS. Everybody up here using their ERS. They're all rapidly running out. Kyle said he thinks Ryan has the best car and the best opportunity to win, and he's going to have to defend off for 1.5 laps. See Carson keeping it nice up there, but the penalties are going to hinder him. The battle for the win's going to be here in second, but it's going to be hard because the DRS is going to keep him in a train. You see Kyle make a mistake. He's fallen back behind Carson, but Carson locked up the tire, and you see Ryan go over the curb. Here comes Ryan to the inside of Kyle, coming to the white flag side by side for whoever's going to win the race. Is it going to be Ryan or Kyle? Kyle gets the run into turn 1. Ryan lets him go through. Ryan's going to have to get up on it. Andre 3 seconds. He's out of it. Ryan really going to have to get up on it right now. They're all pushing for what it's worth. Remember this Williams team, this car won this race last season with Jay. You see up front, Kyle North getting up out there. He made a mistake. So too did Ryan, though, and Ryan has to give it everything right here or it's going to be over. He got the DRS. He's using the ERS, but so too is Kyle up in second. He did not have the DRS, though. Look at Ryan pushing in, and Kyle made a mistake. Ryan's going to have one more chance right here. He's going to have to send it. Ryan's trying to go down the inside. He does go down the inside. He gets left enough room by Kyle. And could that be all she wrote? Oh, look at Ryan Carlson. He's almost there. He's going to have to dive now down the inside. He does. But he forces Kyle to maybe go wide, and he doesn't. Carson Cataline is going to cross the line first, but he's not going to win. It is going to be Kyle North for the 5th time in his career picking up the win at Australia. Ryan Carlson second. Jack Farnhart closes in on clean for that podium all-time record with his 3rd place finish. He moves up to 28, now 2 behind clean. Fun race. I'm actually shocked. That was a great race. But yeah, what a great race by everybody up there. That is the first win, by the way, for McLaren since, I think, Lucas in the old game. That is, I think, the first ever win for McLaren in the newly rebranded Wheel-to-Wheel. If you don't mash it up with Lightyear, that's the first time they've won. I think their other best finish was second by Heathen at Imola. But that was fun. I'm shocked, honestly. That actually was a really good race. You know, Ryan Carlson gave it everything he had, but he just was not close enough. Look at Days equaling his career best finish, P4. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. Nice job, Days. P4, Andre P5. Nice job, guys. Laser crossed the line in first with a 2-second lead and finished 8th. Dusty with some points in P9 and Mason 10th with a point. Ferrari double points. Nice job for them. What a fun race. I don't know if Kyle is in the broadcast right now. I'm not going to do interviews. I am tired as hell. But next week, prior to next week's race, if Nick is up here with me, we will do some pre-race interviews and get this season kicked out underway. What a great race this was. Thank you guys for tuning into the Esports Racing Network. I hope you guys tune in to UTLR Live next week for the Homestead Oval at all 3 tracks, and then next Friday for Wheel-to-Wheel, me up in the booth, hopefully with Nick. If not, that's okay. We'll have some fun. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you there. Have a good night, everybody.